I'm Dane Westby. I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma. I've been riding for about 10 years. Here I am on my beautiful CBR 600RR. I ride for Team GEICO Honda. GEICO is my sponsor this year. I'm really proud to have them. They have stepped up in all facets. It's the GEICO AMA series. GEICO has helped in a lot of ways, so I'm really appreciative to them. You know, they have 27,000 agents around the country, and I know that all those agents are behind us on this.
I'm really excited about the Honda. I have a garage full of them. I don't buy anything but Hondas. So to be racing one for Honda, my dad came from Honda. He used to have a dealership and just has instilled this love for Hondas in me ever since I was little. So it's a real honor for me to ride it and to actually get on it and to see that it's just like everybody says, the Honda's so friendly. So I think we're gonna get along great.
When we first got here, it was pretty cold. There's not really any rubber on the track that we run. There wasn't really much traction over there in the chicane. It's actually kind of a crash fest. I think 38 guys crashed there. They red flagged it at one point to see if there was something out there. During that red flag lap, I went really slow, come into the pits. Tire lost all the heat in the front on the right. So the next time I went in there, I just crashed. The crash wasn't the problem. I followed the bike in with the handlebar. I was holding the handlebar, and it flipped up and hit me and kind of hurt me. So we're not cleared to run the 200. Steve Rapp's gonna ride my bike, and that's that.
I came to Daytona to ride one of the Harley bikes in the XR race, and unfortunately Dane Westby, who was the rider, got hurt. They actually contacted me and asked me if I could ride, and I was more than happy to do it. I usually adapt pretty well to bikes. I mean, I kind of know what I like. I know what I'm looking for in the bike setup and stuff, so I can get it pretty close. And I went out there and I just, I wasn't trying to kill it. I was just trying to get the bike working. I like the bike. I didn't want to make any changes because the weather wasn't good, but we're going to make some changes now, and I think it'll be a little bit of improvement. It's always the same plan. Ride as fast as I can, as long as I can, as hard as I can. Hope you're lucky. Make sure the pit stops are good, and that's all you can do.
Yeah, we'll be good for Road America. I think it's a 9-week break, and 6 weeks is the time I'm supposed to rest. So I'll still have 3 weeks to train. Everything will be good. I didn't realize how serious the spleen is. I was trying to fight my way out of the hospital. I'm like, I'm gonna race, and they're like, no, you're not. Like, you could like bleed out in a matter of less than 10 minutes. So yeah, I got a little bit of a medical lesson. Recovering was terrible. I couldn't ride my motorcycle or my bicycle for about 2 months. So to go from training and riding and just having a good time to nothing was not fun. You know, I know that these guys have been working really hard, Lee and all these guys, and I want to do something good for them. I want to win. I want to battle it out. I want to win. You know, I know I can win. I want to make up some points back on cam. It was only one race, so we have a lot of time left to go, a bunch of double headers, and I want to win. I feel like I'm missing something, and it's because I haven't raced for like 8 months is how I feel. You know, and 2 months of it was sitting around twiddling my thumbs. I feel my problem is trusting the front right now, so I'm going to try to go ride around with a flat front tire or something. Just try to work on me, because after sitting around for those 2 months, and I mean, I did have a month to train, but it's just not enough. I lost something, so I got to get it back.
You know, we started the year in 2012, and we were waiting for parts updates and/or bikes, and we really couldn't do anything because there wasn't enough stuff in the country. So when everything came in, the fellows were able to build a 13. So this is really our debut with a 2013 motorcycle with Dane Westby and Benny Solis, and the improvements are quite good. There are some very good features about this new bike, and we just need to exploit the features. But the 13 is definitely a very good bike.
The new bike, we got some new wheels, 12-spoke wheels that are really nice, and thicker forks that are going to help with some front-end issues, and new bodywork that's more aerodynamic and looks a lot cooler. you know, it's not big changes, but it is a different bike. And so with the whole new bike setup, you know, we're finding new horsepower every weekend. We're working on our setup. We're getting to where that sweet spot is. As Eric, the Olins guy, likes to say, we're going to find our sweet spot, and then it's just going to be a couple clickers here, a couple clickers there from then on. We're getting closer and closer to that every weekend. And to almost find the setup, I feel like, is exciting. I'm back. The Wolverine's back. So that's my favorite thing about the weekend. You know, I fought tooth and nail with the guys that were around me and passed a lot of guys today, but I was able to carve through there and almost get a podium. So, you know, it is what it is.
I was extremely satisfied, more so almost elated, because we took some chances yesterday. We needed to test some things, and there really is not a good time to test here during an event. But between all the calculations we put together and with the data and suspension guys and the chassis team, we crunched some good numbers and came up with a really good setting for Dane and the bike.
Dane's getting better every round. We're learning more about the motorcycle every round, and that seems to be the key to moving forward on the grid now. You know, obviously it's been a big challenge that since we switched from a previous manufacturer over to Honda, and we're just learning how the motorcycle responds to changes, learning how Dane responds to changes, and getting him comfortable on the bike.
We just need to work harder as a team to try and get some more squirt off the corner, and we need to get Dane just a bit more relaxed on the bike. He's just riding so hard right now. Dane feels super duper good on the bike. His feedback is really good. One of the things that we're noticing is if something's wrong, he doesn't come out and go, man, this is really wrong. You guys need to change it 1, 2, 3. He works into it gradually. I think because he doesn't want to hurt anybody's feelings or offend anybody. But listen, we're not here to preserve anyone's feelings. We're here to get the W and win championships and everything. It's been more of a reality check. I mean, last year we're on the podium 10 times. Right now we're running a consistent 4th through 6th. We just need to work a bit harder. And unfortunately the season is shorter. We're just not where we want to be just yet. I have 100% confidence that we are going to be where we need to be going forward. We just need more time, and we can't buy that right now.
We have the technical expertise. We've been the longest continuing operating organization for 33 years. So, you know, we have the depth of knowledge, and we have the crew members, and I have no doubt and every bit of faith in Dane and all my GEICO motorcycle crew and the Honda machines that we're going to be out front in short order.
None of this, none of the transporter, none of the 15 people that fly in every weekend, none of this would happen without Chris Ulrich Racing and GEICO Motorcycle Insurance. We've got so many people to thank, but truly those are the people that you want to nail first because they're at the head of the ladder.
We've been working on the electronics this year a lot. Been spending a lot of time on launch control to help Dane with some of the starts. And basically what it does is just like a rider's aid. It lets him concentrate more on the lights so that when he's sitting there, he doesn't have to worry about controlling certain aspects of the bike. And it just gives the rider a little bit of an edge on concentration level. He can really focus on the lights and what's about to happen, you know, right before the start of the race. So when the light goes green, he can just sit there and go.
Miller is a unique place for sure. It's a European style track where there's a lot of runoff, big wide corners. It's not like anything else we run on. It's a fun track. I like coming here. The bikes, you know, unfortunately or fortunately, they're high altitude here, so everybody goes a lot slower. Not as much air for the bike to eat. It's just a very unique place, and I like it. It's a rider's track. Got to figure out some of the faster corners and make sure you're really carrying your entry speed in there and practice using the front brake to bring you back to the apex and get to have a lot of fun out there.
GEICO Honda's been working really well this weekend. We were able to test on 2 days before this event. Just been getting along really well, so thanks GEICO Honda. This track and I get along really good. I like just the way that it flows and doesn't slow down, so it has any real slow corners. I like to just keep flowing. And the bike's getting along really well with the track too. That's what it likes. It's like just keep on flowing through the corner and, you know, just keep the rhythm going. So we're getting along well. You know, the plan is always the same, to get a good start and get off with the front guys. We actually have added some launch control to our toolbox now. I can just hold the throttle all the way open, and it's to a certain RPM that I've chosen, and then I can just modulate the clutch on the start. So that makes it easier for me, not having to worry about the RPM.
It's incredibly important to get away with the leaders on this in this class. I mean, it's such a dogfight out there. If you're left, you know, in the back, it's hard to make up time.
I think the race is going to be good for us. Definitely top 5 is possible, and a podium is in there too.
He was able to dig deep. He really pulled it out. Dane was right up there. I mean, could have been a podium finish for us. It was a fight for, you know, 3rd spot, and it was anybody's battle right there, right at the end. We're getting closer. Every race we're kind of chipping away at it. So.
You know, it was an exciting race for me to watch. To see Dane back fighting for the podium like we know he can, and like he has in the past, and finally getting some reward for all of our hard work.
Just been developing bike a whole season, and finally getting somewhere with it.
GEICO Motorcycle crew just kept fighting week in, week out. We had a really positive qualifying with Dane. Started out rough, we rebounded, we worked very, very hard. I'm proud of all the crew, Dane, Chuck, Lee, Aaron, Nathan, Aaron, you know, Keith Perry. Everybody at the engine shop, everyone on the M4 side. We had great synergy all year, great environment, and you know, to get the Honda package working. We're 9 months into this little project, and we got another season, and I can't wait to see what the guys do over the winter in Athens, Alabama, to see how much more horsepower we crank out and how much better we get the chassis with some testing and some time now. And you know, so 2014 is looking bright. You know, we're going to keep fighting, keep going forward, and I expect big things next year.
Chances are you're not made of money, so don't overpay for motorcycle insurance. GEICO. See how much you could save